up, brawlers and bladers? It is I, Baku Dad, one half of the Baku Boys, and if this is your first time to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button to help keep our channel growing, as we do try and release weekly Bakugan and Beyblade content every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into what I've got in store for you guys for this video. So, for today's video, it is actually going to be a lot different. Today is actually not going to be an unboxing video. If you remember from our previous Friday Night Fights videos, which if I don't remember to, I probably should go ahead and post a link in the description below. I'll need to make a good note, jot down a note of that. But last Friday Night Fights video was Bakukid versus his opponent Logan in Bakugan TCG, and I talked to Bakukid while he was at his mom's and asked him what we should do for this Wednesday video, and he said we should actually do his deck profile. So this is actually going to be our first Bakugan TCG deck profile video, and it's actually going to be Bakukid's deck that he used in last Friday's Friday Night Fight video. So I'm not really going to waste that much more time. We're going to go ahead and cut straight to the table, and we'll go ahead and check out what Bakukid's deck consists of. Catch you guys back in just a moment. Alright guys, here we are back at the table with Bakukid's deck box. Let's go ahead and open it up real quick. Pull everything out. Bakugan deck and cores. Alright, first off, let's go ahead and check out what character cards Bakukid is running. Oh, come on, Bakukid. Alright, so he is running Aquas Farascal Ultra, 2 shield cores, 800B, 2 damage. He is running Ventus Cubbo, which is the Costume Cubbo edition, with 2 orange shields, 500B, 5 damage, and if he lands on a green fist, plus 300B and Shadow Strike. And Pegatrix Ultra, with another orange shield and a magic shield, 300B, 5 damage. As you can tell, there is no green fist to go ahead and get the bonus for the Cubbo, but he actually makes it work. So, for the cores, for the magic shield, of course, he's going to use that plus 650B, plus 250B on this orange shield with a -1 gear cost reduction. We have a -300B trap Baku core, a plus 300B and -1 on Baku gear cost, plus 300B, and another plus 300B. Now let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Now, let's go ahead and run through the cards that are in his deck. So, he is running 2 Turn to Natures, and these are for the Ventus cards first. 2 Turn to Natures. Turn to Nature, 2 energy to energize this, uncharged. 2 Toxifies, 0 cost for -3 damage. 2 Solar Wings, 2 energy for -5 damage, and if you energize this from your hand, you may pay 2 energy to draw 1 card. 2 copies of G-Force Drop, 1 energy for a -300B, and scan the top card of your deck. 1 copy of Tiger Reflex for this flip 4 energy for stop a non-Ventus turbo. If you have the most energy cards in play, this card becomes free. And then 1 copy of Rock Riser, 1 energy for stop a Bakugan holding an orange shield or a magic shield. Now we move on to the Chaos cards. 2 copies of Spirit Guide, 3 energy for plus 400B, and you may re-roll your Bakugan. 2 copies of Scarf Strike, 2 energy, plus 500B. 2 copies of Shargo Ronin, 1 energy for when, and when you open a Bakugan, it gets plus 100B, and that's a good hero card. Pretty cheap. The Evo for his Pegatrix Ultra. He has the Maximus Pegatrix Ultra in here. 6 energy and 1100B, 7 damage, and when this opens, attach all Baku cores on opposing Bakugan straight to this. That actually becomes pretty powerful late game. He's only got 1 copy of that. 2 copies of Guardian Wings for this Bakugear. 3 energy to give plus 100B and plus 3 damage, and when you play this, you draw a card. And 1 copy of Glimmering Glaive. 4 energy for when you play this, you may attach a Baku cord from the field to one of your Bakugan, and plus 400B, no damage. 1 copy of Halt Outsiders. 3 energy for stop a non-Chaos. And Confuse for this flip. 1 energy to stop a Bakugan holding a red Flaming Fist or a Magic Shield. Now we move on to the Aquas cards. We have 2 copies of Water to Ice, 3 energy for plus 5 damage. If that Bakugan is holding a orange shield, draw a card. 2 copies of Riptide, 4 energy for you must re-roll your Bakugan. If you open on the re-roll, that Bakugan gets plus 500B and you may draw 2 cards. 2 copies of Flip Strike, 3 energy for plus 700B. Greater Water Boost, 0 energy for plus 100B, and that's 2 copies of that. 2 copies of Dark Waters, 1 energy for plus 200B, and you may re-roll your Bakugan. 2 copies of Aqua Slash, 5 energy for plus 1200B. 1 copy of Shun Kazumi, 3 energy for this hero. When you open a Bakugan, you may draw a card. 2 copies of Baku Thrusters for this Bakugear. 4 energy for plus 300B and plus 3 damage. 2 copies of Deep Freeze. 1 energy for stop a Bakugan holding an orange shield or double helix. And the 1 Geogon he has in the deck, his Stardox. 4 energy for 1400B, 5 damage. It gets 4 Frost Strike, and if he lands on a Magic Shield, he gets plus 5 more damage, which is not bad. He can hit 2050B with 10 damage. That becomes pretty good when you need it. But that is going to wrap it up for our first Bakugan TCG deck profile video featuring Bakukid's deck. Please stay tuned, because I think this Saturday, if not this Saturday, it'll be next Saturday, I will wind up doing a deck profile video on my deck that I run, which you will get to see in this Friday's Friday Night Fight video, because it will also be a TCG battle video showcasing my fight with Logan. But until next time, I am Baku Dad, one half of the Baku Boys, signing off, and Bakugan Bra!